Hi everyone, and welcome to Talking Over Tea. Today we wanted to recommend a few literary Christmas gift ideas. A lot of the things on this list are items that we have received and really enjoyed as readers or tea drinkers, and we hope that these can be helpful to you. If you are struggling to find gift ideas for someone who likes to read that you might know, or if you are someone who likes to read and wants to get some ideas for yourself,
a lot of the things that we are going to be talking about are going to be linked in the description below.
So we're going to go ahead and start with the first one. So our first suggestion is a literary or novelty tea, and we have several examples. The first one we have is one that Maddie actually got me, and it is an Orchard House blend, and I was super excited to get this. So if you don't know, it's based on Little Women, and it just has some facts about the house and some interesting things on it, and the box is really pretty, and it's just a very special tea to get.
And then the second tea is one that Amelia got for me. These are two teas from Riddle's Tea Shop, and they are Harry Potter themed. It's just really fun to get a tea that's inspired by a book or movie that you really like. And it just makes it a little more special than just buying a tea at the grocery store.
Our brother also got us this yard of tea, which is a really interesting gift idea for a tea drinker. And yeah, it's got all different kinds. And it's really fun to have the option to sample a lot of different kinds and to not have to commit to a huge box and just be able to try a lot of different kinds that you wouldn't normally have.
And then the next idea we had is a reading journal. So a reading journal is just a place to, what is it called? Remember what you've read, yeah, catalog.
Put things out, what is it called? Track!
So a reading journal is basically a place to track the books that you have read and to write your thoughts and how much you rated them. One tracker that we've seen before and thought looked good is one made by Sweet Sequels. It's a really pretty tracker, and we've been following Sweet Sequels for a long time, and we know that she's a good shop to support.
So next we would recommend a robe, or really any warm fuzzy thing. I got my robe last year for Christmas, and I have put it to very good use and worn it a lot when I'm reading to keep warm and get snuggly, and it's just a little more functional than a blanket sometimes. Usually someone would get socks or a blanket or something, but this is just a little bit of a step up, and this is just a little bit of a different spin on that for someone who probably already has a lot of blankets and socks.
So next we have reading tabs. These are for marking places in a book when you want to remember either a specific scene or a sentence or something like that. They make your reading a little more engaging, and they kind of help you think about what you're reading a little more. At least for me, when I'm trying to find something that I want to tab, it makes me think about what I'm reading a little more.
I got these for my birthday, and I haven't done a ton of tabbing, but it's a fun way for me to personalize my books a little and look back at things, and I just really like the way it looks.
And they're just a really good gift idea for anyone who likes to take notes and personalize their books.
So next we would recommend a book box, and normally you buy these and would get a couple months of a subscription to a specific one. There's a bunch out there, but they can be pretty pricey, usually $40 to $50 on a box, not counting shipping. So I actually made Maddie my own personalized box this year for her birthday, and it was a really fun way for me to get a lot of different little things, find some items that went along with the book that I chose.
This one's a little bit more involved if you decide to make one, because Amelia actually read the book. This was a really exciting and fun gift for me to open. She wrapped everything up in separately, and there were 1,000 little gifts in here in the box, and it was just so much fun to she labeled everything with where it was in the book and what it had to do with the book, and it was such a very personal gift, and it was so much fun to get. The next idea is to get lights to string up on a bookshelf. I really like my lights. I just got new ones, and these are fairy lights. They're a little bit smaller than regular Christmas lights, and they just add a nice warm glow to the room, and it makes it a lot more enjoyable to read with, and it's just pretty to look at.
Our next idea is to get a special edition of a book that you know they like. So Maddie has this really pretty edition of Robin Hood and also The Secret Garden. It's just nice to get a new and pretty edition of a book that you really like. So if you don't really know a new release or book that they would want, it could be a good idea to get them one that you already know they like in a new and special edition.
So the next idea we have is to get a recipe book that is inspired by a novel. I got this unofficial Harry Potter cookbook for Christmas a few years ago. It's really fun to look through the book and make things from it and remember all the food that was in the book. There's also like a craft book. This is a Harry Potter knitting book.
Harry Potter is not the only one you can find. I think I've seen an Anne of Green Gables cookbook that looks really cute, and in Anne of Green Gables there's always a lot of good food that sounds really yummy, and there are a lot of other cookbooks and craft books that go along with some of the more popular series. Our next idea is to get some coasters. So you can get some really generic ones, and they're also really easy to make in a lot of different mediums. My friend made me these that are really cute. They are Hobbit whole. I'm not exactly even sure how she made them, but I really love them to have around my room and to use, and it was just a really creative idea that I was super excited to get, and I think that some other readers and tea drinkers would really like them as well.
So next we have a book sleeve. We have a tutorial to make your own if you would like to, but there's also a lot of shops that sell some really nice handmade book sleeves. And book sleeves are just a really good gift for readers who take their books around with them. They keep your book protected. They come in a lot of different cute patterns and prints.
And next we have tote bags. So we are avid library goers, and it's so annoying to be at the library without a bag and to be carrying around books in your arms. So we have a lot of different tote bags that have different things that we like on them. Maddie made me a Lord of the Rings bag that I really like, and
Amelia made me a Winnie the Pooh bag.
And yeah, it's just really fun to have something that you like on a bag and to be able to take it around and show it off.
There are a lot of tote bag options out there. You don't have to make your own. You don't necessarily have to do one based on a certain book. There's a lot of bags that just have to do with reading that are really cute and would be a great gift. The next idea is to get a print based on a book that they like. There are a lot of really pretty options, and a lot of people have digital downloads that you can download online and print off yourself or go to a shop and print off. But most people also have a printed option. If you know a book that they really like, this is a really good option to decorate their library or bookshelf or room. We'll leave some examples and shops in the description below.
Next idea is to get them a book and put things in between the pages. So my friend actually did this for me, and I thought it was a super interesting and creative idea. She gave me this Wind in the Willows book, and she put like stickers and a postcard and a recipe and a bookmark. And it was just super fun to get it and look through the pages to find all the things she put inside, and I just thought it was a super creative idea that I had never seen before.
And the last idea that we have is to get a book-themed board game, or just any kind of game. We have a few themed board games, and they're really fun to play. We have a Harry Potter Trivial Pursuit. You can get like a trivia game like this one we have here, but there are also more like generic games that are just themed to a book or movie series. This is mostly just for popular series, but there are quite a few options out there. So those are all the gift ideas that we are going to share today. We hope that this helped you if you were struggling to find a gift that a reader would like, or if you were trying to find some things that you might want.
I also wanted to mention a few small businesses that are kind of in the book community that we are a part of on Instagram. These are really good places to buy some Christmas gifts and support some small businesses. So first we have Lamplighter Literary Creations, who sells candles that are based off of specific books and reading and writing. She does candles based off of smaller books, which is different from what most candle companies do.
And then we have Bookish, a business, which is an Etsy shop that sells pendants and charm bracelets based off of books.
And then we have Sweet Sequels, who does a lot of different literary inspired things. She designs her own covers and has prints and artworks and t-shirts, and it's a really good place to find a lot of variety.
And then we have a Fine Quotation, which is a shop that's similar to Sweet Sequels, though they have a very different art style. She also sells t-shirts and mugs and stickers.
We have Needle and Stitch Company, who makes really nice book sleeves that come in a lot of different pretty fabrics and different sizes.
Next we have Piper and Ivy, which is the company that sells a lot of shirts. They're not all literary themed, but they do have a lot of good ones.
Then we have Sleeves by Anastasia, another book sleeve shop. She has a lot of different kinds and options. And then we have Sewing Joyful Seeds, who sews a lot of different things and some mug cozies and coasters and bookmarks.
We want to thank you for watching this video, and we'll see you in our next one.